Yeah, but it's not gonna be, it's not gonna be too crazy. All right. All right, our safety car, Jaden, in his Lamborghini will take the field around. Take the field around. You have, as grid order seen at the moment. And first, you have LSEM Stripes, second place, Championship 4. In third place, SVR Toru. In fourth place, AMR Lucky. In fifth place, you have GT3. Sixth is CPS Diablo. Seventh is Sturgeon ZR1. Ninth is Big Country. 10th will be Type RS. 11th will be Nighthawk. 12th will be Aliens Are Real. 13th will be Smokes. That is your grid order for round 5 of the Paddock Endurance GT Championship at Nurburgring GP. As they go around, we'll actually jump to gameplay cameras. So on board with LSEM Stripes at the moment. It is Ren had a little bit of an issue there in the carousel. At the moment, it is Aston Martin, Bentley, Aston Martin, Audi for the top of the grid. Which it should be a great race. The pass at the top, the pace at the top of the field is pretty astonishing here at the moment. Practice sessions have had high tensions for the fast, clean laps as well as the fast, dirty ones, so it's going to be a great race. So it looks like the pace car is warming up its tires. As heading down to the final chicane. Coming out of the chicane, drivers should be doubling up, getting ready to go. As they are now doubling up on grid, coming out of the chicane here. As Jaden in our safety car will pull off into pit lane. Pace around the final corner as they're about to head to the green flag zone. We're in the green flag zone. It's all on Stripes at this point, and he is off. So is the rest of the field. They spread out right behind him. GT3 looks to the inside of Toru, trying to get a run down towards the final corner as Stripes has a great launch with the two Bentleys holding him off as they go heavy into turn 1, pushing That is a yellow flag at the moment. Yeah, that was a very painful hit there in turn 1 as Lulu got in the quarter panel of Toru. Toru trying to defend him, pushing him to the apex. That will now put Championship will take the lead as Sturgeon will take second. First corner drama here in round 5 for sure. Hearing on pit radio that there was a little bit of a lag issue. drivers are good. No damage done to any of the machines, as this time by they will go green flag. Alright, now that we hopefully got those first corner jitters out of the way, let's see if we can't have some great racing from here. As Championship will take the field through the final corner. A lot of drivers here this evening. About to hit final zone here as they bottleneck up, and their green flag is flying. Championship lead the field down to turn 1. We'll see who dives the inside. Sturgeon into the inside line there as GT3 goes to the outside. Ooh, as Black CR1 does a heavy bomb into turn 1, manages to go through, but loses a position to GT3 and possibly Big Country on the outside line there through turns 2 and 3 there. Looks like Black CR1 made a good recovery on getting his 3rd position. Championship, it's a great run out of that first sector there. Diablo moving past Type up into 5th place. Oh. As Type and Lucky looked like they had a little bit of a fender tap there. No severe damage done, all is well. Jump back with Lucky and Stripes, as Stripes will move past Type through the Schumacher S's as Type looks to the inside line, now the outside through the Schumacher S's. Side by side as Smokes backs off there, still side by side. Stripes gets the way around. With Stripes at the moment in 9th place overall. I have a lot of work to do after turn 1 incident there. Breaking into turn 1, Aliens right in front of Stripes at the moment. A lot of small, great little battles here as Stripes does the inside line on Aliens. Managed to get the pass on him, moving him up to 8th place right now on grid as Toru is desperately looking for a way by Country. Country not letting him go with the agility of that McLaren. On the outside corner, using this, making that McLaren super wide on Toru. Sticking to the middle side of the track as Toru looks to the inside line as they get side by side through the carousel there. Jump on board in the back here as that battle for last between Type and Smokes. Pop the map so you can see where people are. Oh, Type goes wide, and the Schumacher S is, oh, collecting Smokes there. Small touch, but big consequences there. Move up the grid as Lucky now trying to run down the front of the field as ZR1 and Diablo side by side through the last corner. Heading down the front straight now. That Aston Martin has a lot of acceleration though. He is in the draft of those two. who's got the bigger of the brakes, Diablo or ZR1 in his Porsche. Looks like Diablo got in front of the Porsche by just a hair. ZR1 put behind. It's like Lucky just biding time for the moment. Oh, as a ZR1 slapped the wall coming out of that first sector there. It's an unusual place to tap a wall. Championship still out front, but he is not alone. It's GT3 right behind him. His Audi. Great acceleration and great top speed by that Audi. A little bit in the gravel there at the top of the Schumacher S's, trying to run down Championship. Stripes moves up to 6th overall, making it by Toru. As Toru looks to the inside as they go side by side onto the back straight. These two are going to go at it all the way through the field. Ooh, Lucky tapping the gravel, spinning it in the final corner. Doing well to stay out of anyone's way coming through, but he has lost a lot of track space and momentum. That's going to be a tough one to come back from. Got to pull yourself together, keep your head down. Keep those nerves and those thoughts out of your mind and just lay the laps down. How much time do you guys have left in the race? All right. There we go. Oh. Stripes up to 5th place at the moment, right behind CR1. Diablo up the road just a little bit from him. Lucky moved all the way back to 8th place after his spin in the final corner. Current time left in the race is 1 hour and 46 minutes, but we will end 15 minutes till the end, so we can get everybody together. So at the moment, you are an hour 30 left. Hour 31. I will try my darndest to keep you posted on the time remaining in the race, as well as pit windows and driver radio. Seems like a driver already tapped the tire wall through the final corner on pit entrance, so some drivers are seeing tires there in that corner. I think about 15 minutes into this race already. There has been one caution on lap 1 between Toru and GT3, which has collected stripes. his race leader in a pole position. He's currently on board with Country and Lucky for the battle for 7th. Lucky looks to the inside line, heading through the final sector, or into the final sector as they go side by side. As Country got the better of the runs through the corners, side by side there, a little bit of a pinch maneuver. Notes. As Toru and Stripes are still battling it out as they look. Black CR1 making his Porsche very wide as Stripes goes sailing in to the downhill S's. As CR1 doing everything he can to keep the two British cars behind him, but Toru looks to the inside line through the carousel. CR1 has better of the lines, does the little fender tap as they go side by side through the Schumacher S. That is not the fast way through there. As Stripes tries to capitalize, makes it through. CR1 making his Porsche very wide for Stripes. Stripes makes it by. Black CR1 goes wide, Toru on the outside, heading to the back straight. Both Toru and Stripes make it by CR1. As it looks like Lulu lagged out of the party. A big lag out there from GT3 TDCs. I hate seeing that, and did remind drivers to restart their consoles. Lucky made it around Country. Riding on board with Toru, heading up to the sunlight into the chicane. That's a very complicated corner in itself, but add the sunlight there, it is blinding. Switch it over to some replay cams. Stripes doing their best to make up as much ground as possible from the turn 1 incident. Diablo now up to second place due to the lag out of GT3 in his Audi. And right behind him is now Stripes and Toru. Further here in the grid, right on board with Type as Type smokes an alien. Seems like they're all together here on track. There is about an hour and 7 minutes left in the race at this particular point. Hello everybody joining the stream. We are nearly, let's say, half an hour into this race at this point. Diablo in second place as LSEM Stripes and Toru are hustling to try and run Diablo down. Player not the fastest in the straight lines, but is quite nimble in the turns. Acceleration of the Bentley and the Aston woefully make up for it on these short chutes. Getting up through the Schumacher S's. Super clean, super smooth. The drivers are quite spread out now, but Lucky and CR1 are side by side as they head into the final chicane. Complete yet another lap for them as Lucky tries to perform an over-under move through the chicane. The acceleration of that Porsche allows him to stay out front, but as I say that, Lucky gets the inside line through the final corner. As they go side by side through down the front straight. Great over-under move there. The black CR1, but the acceleration of the Aston Martin pulls ahead through the rest of this sector. About 5 more minutes until the pit windows open for drivers. their first pit window in this race. Who's going to dive in first? A little bit of a short sprint to the pit window in this first sector. The middle stint is the longest of the two window opportunities. You wear in your tires and burn some fuel there. Yeah, but the Aston isn't the best on brakes. There are a few other cars that are really good in brakes. The Porsche is really good. I'm not sure why and or how the Porsche is getting outbroken there. I know that Porsche is really well behaved under braking as well. It could be a balanced setup on a particular car. Out in no man's land in 7th, Nighthawk type. Stripes as he is still working hard to try and run down Diablo. So we are about 3 minutes away from the pit window opening and about a half an hour into this race. They are well spread out now at this point. Stripes getting a little wiggly there as he heads through the final corner. This championship still leads the field in his Bentley. Heavy braking, running the wide line there for the Bentley through the carousel, making it more of a point and shoot corner rather than a apexed corner like the turns. Field is quite spread out, so we'll just enjoy some cinematic cams for the time being. As pits are about to open, the looks like the rear of the field might actually be able to get away with diving in pits early, but I'm not entirely sure if they'd be doing themselves a favor by doing so or not. Looks like we lost another one. Yep, looks like SVR Toru DC'd. That's 2 DCs so far. So far, SVR Toru and GT3 have both lagged out. Forza servers are quite frail. Can't even run a half-an-hour race without drivers dropping. Looks like Stripes has ran down Diablo. Stripes will dive into pit lane. He will be the first to dive into pit lane. So Stripes is in with his 2 pit stops. It looks like CR1 also in pit lane. Coming in right behind Stripes. Looks like Nighthawk got a little bit squirrely there through the final chicane. Looks like he managed to keep everything straight though. Stripes and Black CR1 both exit pit lane, completing their run. Final, the first pit stop. Slide from Black 01 through all the way through the carousel. Drivers are quite spread out throughout the entire field, entire track. With an hour and 6 minutes remaining in the race. Wait, that's not. Hour 10 minutes. That Stripes makes around CPS Diablo through pit sequences. Left for people to get their pit windows, pit stops done. Pit window closes. There's a lot of action going on at the moment. Still out there. Looks like Lucky is in pit lane. Yes, he is. The Aston of Stripes as Lucky leaves pit lane with CPS Diablo heading down front straight as well. A lot of the drivers just settling in now, just trying to burn the laps, burn the clock down. Trying to maintain pace, no mistakes, hit your points. Get your apex is done. So there's a few other drivers here in pit lane. That is Nighthawk and Country's there in pit lane. As Country enters pit lane. Hits his pit stop. Pipe and Aliens are still next to each other on track with, I believe that's Nighthawk up the road from them. Yes, it is. There's still a decent distance between Champ and Stripes, but there is still a lot of time on the clock for them to reel each other back in. Any mistake from Champ and that just puts Stripes that much closer to him, but it's just the same. Right behind Stripes, there is a Angry Lucky and CPS Diablo in 3rd and 4th place. Looks like there's a bit of an incident back here. Smokes taking a tumble at the Schumacher S's. So everyone is on the way and everyone is still going, so there is no yellow flag called. Drivers are on the way, and pit window closed. Everyone made their pit stops. Yes, they did. As we lost another one. CR1. Oh, thank you, Cash Out, for the follow. Appreciate it. Did you like our content enough for the follow? Yes. Championship. Stripes, Lucky, and Diablo round out your top three at the moment, as the rest of the field is quite a distance behind them, as it looks like the top leaders are actually running down the rear of the field just 30 minutes into it. 45 at this point, almost. Battle between Aliens and Country are going at it in their McLarens. Right on board with this battle. While I go get a drink. Oh. Country looks up the inside. I don't know if I want to walk away from this battle. Heavy braking into the left final corner as they're fender locked. Country gets squirrely champion, and Smokes goes by as well. Maybe breaking into the one. Country's got a lot of ground to catch up there from that little incident. Decent pace in his car throughout practices, so. Right. Crazy. Looks like Championship is reeling in the rear of the field. See some leaders versus the cabooses of the field. Front and rear of the field are all running pretty much I guess both groups of the field are running identical lap times at the moment. Not really wrangling each other in. Just basically trying to wear each other down, see who can... It's a race of attrition at this point, so you can wear each other down and capitalize on the other driver's mistakes. On board with our leader. He is catching Smokes and Country, I believe, is just up the road from him in his Bentley. Yep. Shoot. Stupid. Hey, good on you. Jaden, our lovely pace car for the evening. We'll just give him some seat time. Doing a stellar job of holding down the fort. Jumping back to the front of the grid, which is also the rear of the grid at the moment, as... yeah, still awake, still awake. This championship about to go through the rear of the field. This is where things get interesting, and this is where cautions happen. Jaden, you may be needed. Champ starts to work his way through these drivers, it's just going to leave an opportunity for Stripes to catch them, as it looks like Stripes is kind of in a maintaining pace at the moment, as he's not really pulling away from Lucky and or Diablo. Yeah. Hey man, whatever works, really. Yeah, it's kind of been a boring race up until this point. Car as Championship makes a way around Smokes. Next on the to-do list is Country. Heading down the front straight. It's been a while since we've had the opportunity to have lapped down traffic here in our races. Usually the drivers are more competitive to each other and are doing a lot more door banging, which leads to cautions. As Country lets Championship by. Not really sacrificing any pace to Smokes at the moment. Those two are still battling it out. Lucky and Diablo still have to make their way through that battle. Smoke's getting squirrely there. Tail whipping it out of the carousel. Ooh, getting real sideways there in the Schumacher S's too. Hot tires. Yeah, yellow flag would bring the field back together, which would really spice things up. These guys are driving fast and competitively, but they're not really driving super aggressively. There's a lot of space here on this track to do so. We really need to push the car too hard to go fast here. With nearly an hour down, well, an hour and 8 minutes left in the timer. 57 minutes left in the race. Stripes is catching both. They're all back on the same side of the track at this point, but different ends of the field. As Championship will probably catch Aliens. At the same time, Stripes starts making his way through Smokes and Country. There's a cloud of smoke in front of Stripes. The Smokes get squirrely through the Schumacher S's. Allowing Stripes to take the inside line. Country is now in danger of being a lap down from Stripes. Move up the grid. Now it looks like Aliens. Looks like he's about to be a lap down from Championship. I know, you brought the Lambo out and everything. What a waste. We'll see. Maybe we'll catch a spicy caution here as the leaders try to make a move on the rest of the grid here. This Championship goes to the outside through the final corner. That was an interesting choice. Heavy braking into one. This Championship puts Aliens down a lap in the braking zone. Typer S and Aliens are still going at it. Never say die with those two right now as they head out of the first sector. Stripes made it by those guys, and Lucky and Diablo. Made it by Smokes. Championship. 2 cars in front of him at the moment between the two. Looks like Diablo had a bit of an instant through the Schumacher S's. Slowed him down a little bit from Lucky, so so much space between the drivers, but there's not. Yeah, it's kind of, there's too much space between the top leaders, but they're all together, which makes things even more complicated. That's Nighthawk. Just wide there in turn 2 and 3. Nighthawk in danger of becoming a lap down from championship. Is Aston Martin. Let's see if I can bring up some of the final standings here from the previous races. Stripes making his way through this lap traffic. As this is round 4, we have looks like country. There is caution number 2 there. Caution number 2 there. Controller disconnected. As Jaden will get the field. This is caution number 2 at the moment. Yeah, that was nearly 50 minutes of green. It's like 55 minutes of green flag running. That was amazing. It's been a long time since we've had green flag racing like that. Was the DNFs, DCs, or other things? I don't know what you mean by this, Bo. Or the fact that we lost a bunch of drivers? I know at least 2 have DC'd. I don't know if Black CR1 or Sturgeon DC'd or backed out. But we are currently at 57 minutes left in the race. Yeah, there's... I mean, we've lost 3 so far. I know 2 are DC. 57 minutes left in the race. End timer. And about 42 minutes left in green flag. Alright. So far this season, I will go over points that have happened so far this season. Round 1 at Bathurst was LSC on Stripes. He took the win. Round 2 at Yas Marina, that was GT3. Unfortunately, DC'd at Nurburgring here. And LSCM Sir Lagalot won round 3 at Suzuka. And Stripes won the last round at Watkins Glen. Stripes is on par to run another good run now that he has championship in his sights after this caution. That is, as we're under caution, I want to tell you we have other race leagues too, not just GT racing. We also have a NASCAR truck series that runs in parallel weekends. Or opposite weekends, whatever. With this, so that brings a different crowd of racing. Next round will be at Daytona at night, under the lights. That's a fun one to watch. You can watch that race here, or click the link to our website and join in on the fun. As well as coming January 5th, we will have our Porsche Cup race. GT4 Porsche Cup in the Caymans. At Nurburgring Nordschleife plus GP, about a 2.5 hour race. There, about a single stint. Yeah, trucks are hype. That is for sure. They're a lot of fun. Go back and watch our races on YouTube. Also a link below. Those are a lot of fun to watch. A lot of fun to race, too. Especially on the ovals. As the driver's radio is something else to behold. Jaden doing a good job pacing our field at the moment. Yeah, rest in peace, Sonoma. Hey, Sonoma was a lot of fun. There were some good battles through Sonoma. That was a good race to watch. But as of right now, here is your grid for round 5 as it stands. Up front still is Championship 4, who basically led the whole race after turn 1, lap 1. Next in grid is Stripes in his Aston Martin, who was on pole position for the race. Had a bit of incident there in turn 1 from the first caution. Third right now is AMR Lucky in his Aston Martin. Fourth is CPS Diablo in his McLaren. Little McLaren. Fifth on track at the moment is Nighthawk in his Aston Martin. 46 Pennzoil machine. Sixth on grid is Aliens. And then Type RS is 7th on track. And then right behind him is Smokes. And right behind him is Big Country. That is your top 9. As I believe everybody will be caught up this time by, we will go green flag. Jaden will race off into the sunset, as you can see there. He will head into pit lane. There's the field. Ooh, green flag. Green flag down the front straight here. Into the sunset. Yeah, you can't see anything from there. And the battle is on for the top spot at the moment, as they're going to push incredibly hard from here on out. I can predict sweaty palms in the future, if they aren't already. Stripes got a little off throttle there, moving him back to 3rd place. Not sure if he got upset or what happened there, but ooh, getting super pushy through the carousel too. Yes, they were playing the Muffin Man during the caution. I sometimes I wish I wish I could play the whole party chat, but I would lose my affiliate immediately from some of the things that they say. So, unfortunately, you guys are stuck with my pretty voice. Although Bo was supposed to be in the commentary booth with me this evening. Sir Bo in the chat. If you're on Twitch, on YouTube, you can't see that. But unfortunately, I couldn't get it to work. So it's just my loneliness here. We'll try and figure that out for the next one. See if we can get some of them in here to help commentate. And you can see the pace from the leaders versus the tail of the field already, as you see the top four. Top four are already starting to pull a decent-sized gap between the top four and the rest of the field. Smokes is already having some tire wear issues on his Audi. He has not been kind to these tires as he's been sliding quite frequently. Sometimes tire preservation is key. Especially on a particular pushy car like that one. So far the Brits rule the field here in Germany. Nurburgring GT, Bentley, Aston, McLaren. As the Nighthawk also in an Aston Martin. There's only one car in the grid that isn't. Lambo type. Pit window is about to open. That's exciting. Means we're getting real close to the end of the race here. Currently 45 minutes to go in the end of the race. 30 minutes left in the actual race to go. As Type, Nighthawk, Country, and Aliens are all nose to tail coming out of the first sector into the downhill S's. Just want to say thank you to everybody who's joined the stream and stuck through this. I know the commentating isn't the best, but there's a lot of great racing going on here at the moment. Nighthawk looking to the inside line through the carousel. Oh, gets squirrely. Couldn't get the pass done on Type there. Country looking to capitalize on the momentum loss from Nighthawk, as Nighthawk sends it into the Schumacher S's, touching the gravel on the outside. Country making his way around. No problem, though. As we'll head back up to the front of the pack as Championship still leads the field, as Lucky is right there on his 6, and it looks like Diablo made a way around LSEM Stripes there. Stripes heads into pit lane as the pit window is open. He is the first to dive in. Has 27 minutes left on the clock. He should be able to make the distance. No problem. I didn't notice if he had damage or not. It is a possibility. as most of the back pack has pitted. Type comes out. Looks like Country made it away around. There. Stripes comes out in front of him. As looks Nighthawk stayed out on track. Oh, Lucky blasts! Blasts through the pit lane, back out onto the track, missing pit entrance. Forcing him to stay out one more lap. As looks like the championship is in pit lane. Leaving his pit stall. Nighthawk comes into pit lane right behind him. Bentley slams on the brakes, coming out of pit exit, which is the fastest way to leave a pit stop, is by stopping. Little known fact. Good job, Forza. As Stripes comes right behind. Not right behind. I thought he was going to come up a little closer to him as Champ left pit road, but looks like he still has a couple seconds there on track from him. Not sure if Stripes went into pit lane with damage or not, but he had dropped back 2 spots before hitting pit lane before all the others. Top 2 at the moment. Lucky and CPS Diablo have yet to make their pit stops, which they might be doing so this time by. Next. Type is having an issue. We'll jump on over there. Type had a bit of an issue there in the downhill S's. Lucky's in pit lane. Lucky in pit lane right here. That's a yellow flag there. I don't know, I wasn't on you guys. caution number 3 between Nighthawk and Type. Yeah? I believe. Yeah, it'd probably be easier to do it that way. Have Jaden just pull in front of you and then the rest of the field funnel in behind. That would be the best, fastest way. Yeah. Yeah, if you just want to chill there at the end of the first sector, have Jaden pull around you. Yeah, and the rest of the field should catch you guys too. Counted in the books. The field will be all caught up by the end of this lap. Diablo will lead the field to the green flag after our third caution here. And he hits the green flag zone and then just goes. Catching the rest of the field a little bit off guard, protecting the inside line. The rest of the field right behind him. Lucky, Champ, Stripes, top 4 so far on grid. Lock up, a little bit of slide there. Oh, look, he did it right there, too. Stripes looks to the inside, doesn't quite get the maneuver done. Down the hill. Carousel. Lucky, super heavy on the brakes. So is Championship. So there was 2 accidents there. Looks like, Jaden, you may need to go get stripes. Yes. You'll get last place points. Okay, well. Okay, I mean, if you want to, it would be last place points of whoever's left in grid. Yeah. Huge incident there with stripes, and another incident as they head up the Schumacher S's between Aliens and, I believe, Country. That was a big wreck, right behind what Stripes did. What happened to Stripes was controller disconnect. Went stage right. Like a severe hit. Stripes is in pit lane. He should theoretically be able to catch the rest of the field by the time that they reach the last corner, which I hope so we can go back racing for what will be the last 14 minutes, 15 minutes in this race. So far, 4 cautions. Excuse me, 4 cautions. As this is the final hour, as they would say. Last ditch run to the end. All drivers are good to go to the end on fuel and tires. So far, CPS Diablo up front on grid. Lucky right behind him. Champ in 3rd. Nighthawk all the way up in a 4th. Alright. This time by, and there will be a sprint to the end, about 12 minutes to go in this race. Are carrying the pace back up once again as Stripes is off in the carousel. heavy run there. Ooh, that is a disaster of what happened there. It looks like a couple cars got quarter panel locked and spun around collecting a few other cars. Number 5 from that disaster. About 10 minutes left in the race. Green flag will fly this time by. I'll leave them with a handful of laps. About 7. And they got about 5 laps to go. Across the line. That was a much better restart. On board with championship in 3rd overall is CPS Diablo. Took the field green flag. There. Restart. Bentley a little slow out of that little bit of a hairpin. Stripes with some Stripes with a little bit of an incident there. He's had some controller issues. So his controller looks like it died once again. Off Lucky for the moment. Lucky looks to the inside, the outside. Can't find a way around at this particular time as Stripes is still slow on the back downhill section. Oof. Aliens gets sideways right in front of Type. That controller snap. Or steering snap. Didn't look like it affected Type too much. He claimed the next spot. Looks like Lucky go. Lucky all the way back to 4th now. What happened to Lucky? Looks like something happened in the chicane there. As we have 7 minutes remaining here in the race. Championship all over the back of CPS Diablo. Championship with a much better run out of the thing. A pinch there from Champ. Diablo looks up the inside line. Acceleration of the Bentley just overwhelms the McLaren up the hill through the Schumacher S's. McLaren a little bit faster through that sector, now underneath the wing of Champ. Diablo now in the draft of the Bentley down the back straight. Sun in their eyes. Braking zone. McLaren looks like it's much happier over the bumps than the Bentley. Diablo still out in front. 5 minutes to go here in this particular race. And no one to really challenge Diablo at the moment for second, with Championship out in the lead with probably 2 to 3 laps to go, depending on where they come across the start-finish line. As it looks, they'll do 3 more laps. Championship led most of this race. Out in front. Bentley very happy here. Yes, you can sleep. Well done, Jaden. Good work. As Championship heads through Schumacher S is putting a decent-sized gap on Diablo just after 1 lap of getting around the McLaren. Lucky working real hard to reel back in Diablo and his Aston Martin. You can see them in the distance there. The sun is blaring down that back straight. A little bit of a lag there. Heavy braking for the Aston Martin into turn 1. Entry in 4th, Smokes in 5th, 6th is Type, 9th and 7th, Nighthawk in 8th on grid. Stripes parked it off in against the wall down by the carousel. His controller is done. Steering components broken on his machine, so he is out of race. Will require points nonetheless for making 75% of the race. Diablo reeled back in Championship. They may get 2 more laps. One more after this particular lap. Any mistake here will be a disaster at this point. It is all about the A game. Any mistake from any of these top drivers and position gained and a position lost. The white flag is flying. They will have one to go. Championship will take the field around one more time, followed by Diablo with the acceleration, man, of that Bentley is just amazing down that straight. Pulled 2, 3, maybe 4 car lengths on the McLaren. McLaren's super agile through these corners. Reels in that Bentley just a little bit. Big wiggle there from both of them. Like any real position lost. 2. As they head down to the carousel for the last time. Up the hill through the Schumacher S's. Hit your marks. The apex is just right. Ooh, Diablo with a little bit of wiggle heading up the hill there. Right on board with Lucky. Now in view of Diablo, but not close enough to get anything done. Challenge the McLaren. Field looks like it's turning to spread out just a little bit. Not a lot of battles to go on. So we're right on board with Championship as he's about to cross the line. Checkers are out and we will have our round 5 winner. Champ. Diablo crosses the line, and Lucky crosses the line. Right on board here with Smokes as he crosses the line in 5th. 6th and 7th will be Type and Aliens and Type in that order, and then Nighthawk will bring out the rest of the field, and then that is your final position. And that will do it for round 5 of the Paddock Endurance GT Championship. Stay tuned for next race at Road America. That's going to be one that you are not going to want to miss. As well as register for our NASCAR Truck Series or our Porsche Cayman GT Cup Challenge at Nordschleife. That will be on January 5th. That is going to be a fun race. $20 of Xbox points are on the line for that Porsche Cup Challenge. So go ahead and register and for a chance to win 20 Microsoft Xbox dollars. Don't forget to head over to our YouTube channel, subscribe, and like our videos if you enjoy our content, as well as leave a follow here. And that will do it as these guys goof off for the end of the race. That'll be it. Thanks for joining us. Happy racing, everybody.